Today marks a milestone for the Placer County Sheriff's Office. The department is celebrating its 171st birthday. Hundreds of men and women have worn the uniform over that time. As KCRA3's Jason Mark shows us, the Sheriff's Office is building a new way to honor them.
This is an interesting project.
Doug Van Houd's Auburn studio is more like a museum.
This is a life's work here.
Houd spending the last 50 years.
I've been playing in a sandbox all my life, I think. In a few weeks I turn 87 and I'm still doing it.
Simply creating.
It's been quite a journey.
His work can be seen all over the world.
Now this piece is at the entrance of the Gene Autry Museum in Los Angeles. This tall piece is at the Cabela's store in Reno. This one is over in Maui.
And at one time,
and over here, this is a piece I did for the Roosevelt Room of the White House when I was under President Reagan.
He served as the official White House artist.
I got a call to come to the White House. And at first I thought it was a prank call, come to the White House, right.
Out of the hundreds of sculptures, he can't choose his favorite.
The one I'm working on is my favorite one.
Though the latest one is a bit more monumental.
Anything can happen at any time in this job.
In his 18 years as the Placer County deputy, Sergeant Jason Davis has learned no call is routine.
When I leave my family, there's some times that I just think, that this could be the day.
Law enforcement is a way of life for the Davises.
My aunt and uncle were both sergeants here. My dad he had a dream when he was 5 years old to be a cop.
His brother Mike?
Michael fought being a cop. He didn't really want to be a cop. He ended up just gravitating towards this profession.
And by 2000, he and Jason were on patrol together.
It was just a privilege and honor to work with my brother doing what our dad had done before us.
This is where it all started, behind me at this very busy intersection and shopping center, just outside that Motel 6. Condition of the officer were waiting.
The first vehicle that was carjacked, and you can see.
On a warm Friday afternoon in October,
those are members of the SWAT team now.
A Northern California manhunt was underway. And where were you that day?
Well, I'd finished a graveyard shift, came home, went to sleep. And my wife was watching TV, and she came in and woke me up and said, "Hey, I think you're going to get a call out."
We're in Antelope Road right now, and as we continue on, we can see flashing lights.
I go, "What's going on?" And she goes, "There's an active shooter in Auburn." And she goes, "There's been a Sac County deputy that's been shot."
After that deadly Sacramento shooting, the suspect stole a car and was spotted in Placer County.
Our deputies are flying to the scene to get there, and they came across him unexpectedly.
That's when the male suspect jumped out and opened fire.
One of the deputies jumps out, the patrol car rolls forward, and the suspect jumped in the vehicle and started driving down the cul-de-sac.
Jason Davis grabbed his gear and raced towards Riverview Drive.
Remember, as I was getting on 80, I just remembered it was October 24th, and I remember thinking, what if this is my day? It would be ironic to be the same day as my father.
Operation Border Bandit, an interagency effort designed to stop the flow of drugs into the United States along the vast desert border that separates the U.S. from Mexico.
I remember hearing people come in and out of the house about 2 o'clock in the morning, it seemed like, sometime during the middle of the night, and I had no idea what was going on.
Jason Davis was only 11 at the time.
And I remember my stepmom, she was standing at the door, and I saw the distressed look on her face, and I just looked at her and said, "Dad's dead."
Imperial County Sergeant Richard Romero and Riverside County investigator Michael Davis.
Mike Davis Sr. was assigned to a special drug task force, which was patrolling the border when the helicopter he was in went down in the foothills of the Laguna Mountains.
It appears that there are no survivors. The aircraft crashed and burned.
Davis was one of 7 crew members made up of officers and National Guard members who were killed.
That was my first cop funeral that I'd been to, and this many years later, I've been to too many.
Mike Davis Sr. was a husband and father of 4. He died at the age of 34.
You start to pay attention as October rolls around, and as that day comes, you just kind of reflect. I don't necessarily say I dread it.
That includes October 24th, 2014, in that scene on Riverview Drive.
And the suspect is now taken off on foot.
I did just get word that all Auburn schools are on lockdown.
As soon as I got to the scene, I just remember I overheard some rumblings about Davis and shot, and it didn't really hit me.
What Jason Davis didn't know was that his brother Mike also rushed to the scene.
Some of the residents around here have heard the gun battle. Essentially, that's how they're describing it.
Mike was in his unmarked detective cruiser when he got behind a marked patrol car.
He just thought he was following another deputy down that road looking for the suspect, and unbeknownst to him, it was a suspect.
Mike was caught by surprise when those cars came to a stop.
See, we have a ton of crime scenes to process. Very sorry to tell you that one of our deputies did not make it. The other one is going to make it.
Jason Davis was told he needed to go to the command post, unaware of what happened just down the street.
Under sheriff, he was captain at the time, was running the command post, and he looked at me and he's like, "Hey, you got to get to the hospital. Michael's been shot." And in a weird way, I just kind of remember that 11-year-old boy just like he's dead.
Davis, a 15-year veteran of the department, was only 42 years old.
Today, we escorted Mike home.
He died 26 years to the day that his dad suffered the same fate.
What a messed up day, you know. What a ironic and weird time for this to happen on the same exact day in the same career, same profession that we all love and still love.
It's a sheriff of the 1800s.
Now the community, including Van Hout, is giving back not only to the Davis family, but also to families of Placer County deputies Charles Carter, Sheriff William Elam, Richard Shepard, Alan Webster, Frank Deppendiener, Timothy Ruggles, James Machado, George Martin, and Mike Davis Jr., who all died in the line of duty.
This is really a tribute to the officers.
An 8-foot statue will soon be placed in front of the sheriff's office.
This has a lot of meaning to it, and I have a lot of respect for our sheriff and police department.
It's super touching and meaningful that others are remembering and doing stuff on their own to bring in a memorial like this.
A permanent reminder to help comfort the permanent pain.
Because again, my family thinks about it every day on some level, and to know that other people are still thinking about him and the ones that died before him, it just means a lot.
For photojournalist Victor Nieto, Jason Marks, KCRA 3 News.
The Placer County Sheriff's Council raised the money to pay for the statue. Van Hout hopes to have the monument done and unveiled by early fall.
Pretty incredible, right?
Very incredible.